Hello guys, welcome back to the S3D Hobby Shop. I am S3D and today we'll be looking at the Takara TOMY Side Girl, also known as Cool Girl in Japan. Side Girl is basically the US version. It's distributed by this company called BBI, which I don't think exists anymore. Anyway, in Japan, this is a Takara Tomy product, so basically it is technically manufactured by Takara Tomy. So anyway, this version here uses the newer 2.0 body, which is well, these thing came out in 2007, so this thing is 13 years old in 2020, the time of filming of this video. So anyway, this is the Kerberos Panzer Cup version. They call it the Protect Gear, Midori Washio. Midori Washio is a character from the Psy Girl, CY Girl, or Cool Girl franchise. So basically, it's like a collaboration. Basically, they just put on they developed this armor parts to make a female version of the Kerberos Panzer Cup from Jinro, which is another property. I know it sounds really confusing, but this figure is actually really cool. Okay, so back in the day, before like Hot Toys was a thing, the Psy Girl or the Cool Girl, 1/6 scale figures were actually, I think they're probably the most popular line for 1/6 scale figures. Like 2 decades ago, time flies, right? So between 2000 and 2010, this brand was really popular, and then Hot Toys became like super popular after 2010 to now. So yeah, Hot Toys became the thing for the last decade because we're in 2020. So man, I'm getting old, huh? Okay, anyway, so basically I unbox a lot of the armor parts. We're gonna talk about the figure. This is not gonna be like a. This is gonna be like a pseudo review. Anyway, I haven't actually figured out how to remove this stuff without damaging the box. So I'm probably just gonna keep this stuff in there. I mean, basically, you got the stand, which I don't know. Whoever buys this can use it. Also got these. These are the side skirt armor. So you have options. You can have either two of them, like this, or you can have one with a slot in there, so you can hold a weapon. Got the shield right here for the forearm, which you can put on both sides. We got the German Mauser with the stock. We got the German what's this called? The Luger machine gun. I'm not familiar with World War II weapons. You got these extra hand options. Okay, and then we got these, promotional material. Also, you got decals, believe it or not. Decals for the, attached to the, the helmet and stuff like that. So here we have, these are the decals. Let me see. Are these dry transfer? It's actually really interesting. There's like a film around the decal. Let's see. This is like the first time I see something like this, which is really interesting. I've seen a lot of dry transfers, but nothing like this. Yeah. So, I mean, the decal's under here, but it's like impossible to see because there's this film right here that covers it. I don't even know how they did this. And I can also tell you that the packaging on this thing is actually really high quality. The plastic that they use for the box is pretty much on par with Hot Toys. In fact, it's actually really thick. So I would say, that the plastic tray that they use is probably even more higher quality than some of the current brands. I was expecting something like Metacom, which sometimes they use like, you know, not so great material. Uh, the outer box itself is okay. You know, I mean, the print is pretty nice, but yeah, I mean, it does feel like a premium product, so it's pretty good. Okay, so anyway, where do we start? So, for height, here we have a 3-0 Saitama here from season 2. As you can see, she's in perfect 1/6 scale. She's actually a little bit tall for a female character, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, honestly, compared to 3-0 product, like the packaging, I would say is on par with 3-0 for sure. So anyway, pretty high quality. Okay, so where do we start? Let's go ahead and just take a look at the figure. Here we have the figure itself. Still got the plastic around the face. Yeah, so this is, they call the 2.0 body, which has like better articulation. I'm assuming it's got double jointed knees. Yeah, double jointed knee, so you can do that. Actually, let me just be sure. Yes, I think it is double jointed. Yeah, so you get the joint right here, and then you get the joint up there. Unfortunately, it's only gonna go a little bit more than 90 degrees. That's it. I don't recommend taking the outfit off because it's not like you know, the body is, you get these kind of holes right here, you know, the way that this thing is designed. So it's, you're gonna have a lot of what they call it. It's not seamless. I mean, of course you can replace it with a seamless body, but yeah. So it actually does have double jointed elbows, which I'm actually quite surprised. So yeah. Obviously the wrist is a peg, it's a straight peg like that. We also have the point of articulation right there, so that's nice. The shoulders, well, the outfit does hinder the articulation, but let's see. Shoulders pretty good. Can't really tell. I think it's just a standard hinge system with a peg that goes into the thing. I don't think there's any butterfly function. I don't think so. We have the waist rotation and, oh, very nice ab crunch. Lean back, lean forward. So that is actually very impressive. And the figure doesn't feel loose. Alright, so also got the hip joints right there, of course. This lack of articulation is due to the outfit. I mean, the pants are like, you know, kind of baggy. So, yeah. Well, she's not like a martial art character, so don't need to expect too much like, you know, she's like an armored up character. So anyway, the foot, yeah, it's got a hinge right here, so that's nice. Ankle pivot, ankle rocker, yeah, you can work that in there, pretty nice. Let's take a look at the head. So the head can, I don't think there's like a neck joint. I don't think there's a neck joint in there, but yeah. The head is a straight peg that goes inside the head. Some people say the head's a little bit undersized. Let's go ahead and take a look at the proportion. I think it's a realistic proportion. I think, yeah, I mean, comparing to my other 6-scale female characters, I think the head is about the right size for a female figure. So that's pretty good. Okay. So, let's take a look at the accessories. So we have the mask right here. This one is actually pretty cool looking. It's kind of like that Jinro style, German. Well, actually no, sci-fi, not German gas mask. Yeah, I never seen like a German soldier in World War II have something like this, unless it's like in Wolfenstein. Or something like that. But yeah, this is cool. Alright. But the rest of the stuff is pretty German, especially the German style helmet. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely German style. German World War II style. So there we go, we have that. Of course, the balaclava that go over the head. So you put that on. Right there. Apparently this thing is like a dye material, so they take like these soft goods. I don't know what these are called. These are like the spandex. I think these are spandex. Too bad my wife isn't here. She's an expert on fabric. But yeah, this is like dyed fabric, so this will stain the head sculpt if you leave this on. I've seen people who left this on their figure for over 10 years. Yeah, because this figure is old. And the face are completely like blackened out by the from staining from the balaclava. So probably what you want to do is probably wrap the face in like, you know, what's that, the shrink wrap or something like that. Then put this on. That way it won't stain. Okay, so next we have the backpack. Backpack is pretty good quality. It's very detailed. Yeah. Something that I would expect, you know, from a figure back in 2008. Of course, like in modern day, you probably get like stuff that's a little bit more detailed. Actually, to be honest, I've seen a lot of you know, backpacks on Hot Toys Star Wars figures, and I say this is on par with the, you know, in terms of detail. It's probably accurate to the source material anyway. So it's, yeah, and the backpack just clips on right here like that. Yeah, and then the piping goes on the front for the gas mask. Let's see, maybe I can do this. I don't know if I want to do a full review. I can't afford to keep this figure, but this people asked me to do this thing because I got a couple of these for sale. I always been interested in selling this figure because I was actually very interested when I saw this figure. I was like, yeah, you know what, this is Jinro is pretty cool, right? Who doesn't want a, you know, Jinro style 6-scale figure, right? So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, and not only that, you have multiple options for the shoulder armor. You can have 2 of these spiky style pauldrons. You know, you can go with the asymmetrical look. You can have, you know, 2 of these. You can see right here, 2, or yeah. I think having 2 spiky pauldron makes it look a lot cooler. And they just plug in right there to the shoulder. That's pretty cool. Alright, obviously these are the knee armor right there. And then we have the armor right here. So with this part right here, basically you can leave it on like that, or you can take off these straps and then loop the you know, loop around the strap, so that way you get a better, you know. Yeah, I think that's probably what you want to do, because you don't want this thing to be coming off anyway. It'll look weird. We also got the forearm armor right here. These are connectors for the shield, so that's where the shield goes. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and then I made these custom accessories. Originally I was gonna put this with the my Saitama figure, but I think it makes sense to give this weapon to her instead of Saitama. Yeah, giving this thing, giving that gatling gun to Saitama just doesn't make any sense. So let's go ahead and take a, make sure everything's correct. Back armor just connects like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to pull this peg off and try to get this thing. All right, that works out pretty okay. Yeah, this is an exclusive accessory made specifically, well, exclusive to the S3D Hobby Shop. But if you like to make your own, it's not really that difficult. This is actually Bandai's Gunpla, what's it called? The something Mega Gatling gun from one of the high-grade model kit series for Gundam Build Fighters. Oh, it's called the Giant Gatling. So if you want to make your own, just go buy that and then paint it black. And there you go. Of course, you're going to have to come up with a way to strap the gun onto the figure. I use these little straps right here. There we go. So now she's got a Gatling gun. Alright, that looks pretty cool, right? And then a wrist gauntlet for the blades. Right there, just sitting right there. Also painted this black. Pretty cool. Okay, so that is pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. This figure is available. I also have the German gray version. Probably gonna be getting more of these for sale because I really think this is like a really underrated figure. Yeah, it's like something from the mid to late 2000s that, like, you know, that's kind of overlooked. Of course, I also want to sell the male version, but I don't know anybody that has one, and that one is pretty much impossible to come by. If I were to find a male version of the Panzer Cop, I would probably want to keep that for myself. Yeah, but this one though, don't miss out on this figure. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.